Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome for the first time if you are new. We are back to watch another episode of The Wheel of Time. This is Season 3, Episode 3. This one is called Seeds of Shadow. As I am filming this currently, Episode 4 comes out tomorrow. I'm going to try and get both of these out in the same week, so then we should be fully caught up for Episode 5. But please be patient with me. Editing videos has been kind of difficult this past week because YouTube switched up how they tell you what parts of your videos are getting claimed, so it just made it way more complicated and annoying to try and clear copyright. So that's why it's taking so long to upload these. But we ended last episode with Rand and the crew strolling up to the Aiel Waste and kind of not being ambushed, but being like confronted by a group of Aiel, and we're going to see where things take us from here. So, before we jump into this, if you end up enjoying my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon or joining YouTube memberships. You just sync up your own copy of the show and you can watch along with me. But, other than that, let's jump into Season 3, Episode 3 of The Wheel of Time.
I wasn't sure you'd come.
I knew you would.
Samaya.
You never miss a chance to prattle and prance about.
I knew I shouldn't trust this guy.
Is that lipstick? A queen in your bed already, Ravin? You've only been free a month.
Real name is Ravin. Oh, he's one of the Forsaken?
Where's the Dragonland Fair?
We have more immediate problems than Randall saw.
Wonderful. You didn't learn your lesson last time, did you? You were so in love with Luz there, and you'd have stretched out at his feet if he'd said, "Rug."
Don't kink shame.
Why did you bring us here?
Mogedion.
Are we flies to be scared of a little spider?
She be doing stuff.
She knows she's too weak to challenge any of us head on. She'll start with you. She's the weakest of us.
Ha! Got him.
The only way she'll ever be nameless is if we're all dead.
If you're so strong, why isn't our great lord speaking to you? And why aren't you nameless?
What is Nablus?
Maybe he mourns his Shamael still.
Is that just like a title given to whoever's in charge of the Forsaken?
Think about what I'm saying. You know it makes sense.
Those portal things are kind of cool looking.
A coward.
She said you were smart too.
I don't want to end up in someone's cage for 3,000 years. Not again.
You guys gonna kiss? Do it. Actually, don't do it. But also do it. Ugh. You guys are freaky. I hate that. Oh, we're seeing the intro again.
Black Aja, captured at great cost by the Amalyn herself. Now, inside their minds are the answers to where the rest of their sisters have gone.
Are we gonna interrogate them?
The Amalyn believes you two might make more progress than we have. We must find a way into their heads.
This could be good practice for healing Matt.
I said I cannot lie. We can.
Perhaps you're right.
And this time we want them separated.
Well, I guess they aren't full-fledged, even though she went through the trial, the ring or the arch. And she's got the ring.
The
She's
daughter
not like a
heir.
full-fledged
Accepted.
Aes Sedai.
Swan must have shuffled you through the arches quickly. Do you really think you have a chance of succeeding, where 4 sisters before you have failed?
Maybe.
Get Hamako.
knows more than just their heart. But Leandrin, she found out...
Heart.
The Black Archer. We worked in groups of 3 called Hearts. Each sister only knows the identity
Interesting.
of one other Black Archer outside of her heart. My contact was Leandrin.
You seem entirely too willing to share this info.
She's useless to us.
Hit her.
I don't buy it.
Pinch her.
Either way, Joy already
Give her a wet willy.
so let's just kill her.
Is this how you want to be remembered, Amico? Or do you want to drop the act?
Yeah, you're a faker.
Leandrin is going to Tyr. She means to help one of the Forsaken take Calendar for himself.
You believe Amico? She pretended to be Yellow Aja for years, telling her patients they were going to be fine. They all believed her. Leandrin's gone to find Mazrim Taim, the false dragon in Saldea.
Okay, so Leandrin is not doing either of those things.
Alice!
You got Wheel of Time Parkinson's? What's going on?
Ladis die. Alice left with Queen Morgaze. Can I help you get ready?
I don't believe either of them.
Exactly.
Theron and the Amelin are too focused on Joy and Amico, but Leandrin's the key to this.
Oh, that's a gray guy. I was like, who is that?
This is the place I was telling you about, where she was keeping her son.
Her son, who is an old ass man.
Things here before. What's that?
Looks like it was painted in chalk. And salt.
It's a protection sphere. It's not sphere. It's circle.
I formally request a private audience with the Amelin seat, as any sister has the right to do.
Sitter, not sister. Only a sitter in the Hall of the Tower has the right to request a private audience or a vote. Is that right, Liana?
Ah.
Cross me now, and I will never forget it.
Return with the sitter of the hall, and I'll hear her petition for a private audience with the Amelin.
Don't want to piss off Christian Avasarala. She'll make your life hell.
I brought gifts. Galena, sister, I seem to remember you having a taste for Andorran wild strawberries. These are from Morgaze's royal forest.
And they lasted this long? Dang.
And for you,
Where's your
Citara,
refrigerator?
a gift fit for the highest of the Red Aja.
Oh. You must want something.
Keep it, Elida. It's too gaudy for me. Suits you much better.
She's not
What
going to
are
be
you
pulled
hoping
into
to
your
buy
games.
with these gifts?
The dragon is reborn, and he is a man. This is what we Reds have been prepared for centuries. Only we are ready for it.
Okay.
What are you proposing?
Eternal glory.
How did you know we were coming?
That's Wise One's business.
Who are these wise ones?
That is Wise One's business.
I am Groot.
That woman.
I swear she was in my dream the other night.
That's how she knew.
No, girl. You were in my dream.
Is Egwene like a dreamwalker? Are these the nomads that Perrin and Egwene hung out with in like season 1?
Dwarf
Dwarf one wouldn't hurt anyone.
Most of them didn't even run.
Aiel did this.
No, it's forbidden to harm the lost ones.
The only thing with less honor than refusing to defend yourself is killing someone who won't defend themselves.
So who did it then? Forsaken? Trollocs?
No Aiel would do this.
The Shadow might.
If the Shido are near, we need to go. Now.
Who are the Shido?
Another Aiel clan. They have a blood feud with the Ta'ardad.
Okay.
We need to bury them.
They are not worth the time, or the stones. It's their own fault they're dead, and if the Shido are near, even more reason to get to Rhuidean.
Sorry.
Go on, Shade of my heart.
He'll do it,
bury
though.
the dead and meet you at Imristan.
How quickly can you bury the dead with the one power? 5-10 minutes? Why don't we just have Egwene do it? Or are we just stacking them?
Taking us.
We
I know
don't
there's a tribe
dig a
further
hole?
there.
You know too much and too little.
Parent, get over your dead wife. That is a beautiful landscape, though. Heck of a place to bury her. Or the memory of her, rather.
When each one was laid to rest, it was with a apple blossom seed in their hand. My wife, Leda. I missed her burial. It hurts and comforts me to see how her tree has thrived in my absence.
Been away too long.
Where I'm from, we mix our loved ones' ashes with clay and water and wear them on our face.
Are you wearing that dude's face right now? Or his ashes?
We wear the grief until it seeps in.
Is old buddy on your face? Because that's messed up.
Maxim and I are with a fire. And everyone knew exactly how to douse the flame. But when one half of a couple dies, the other one is left to grieve. When one of three departs, who owns that grief?
Both of you? I don't know.
Just one game of Maiden's Kiss, then you can go back to your squiggles.
Unless you lose, then you'll be dead.
They really want him to play that game.
I really must finish this chapter on Manetheren.
They're into some freaky stuff and they need someone to join them.
Absolutely not.
We'll go easy on you for your first time.
Who says it's my first time?
Enough with the dirty sword. Play.
It's not dirt.
It's blood.
It's the blood of the only man I've ever loved.
What is it? There's a group coming into town.
Get upstairs. Perrin, out of sight.
Who's this pretentious ass looking guy?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Perrin, the Aibara boy.
Look at his eyes.
This is Lord Luke.
Lord Luke looks like a dick.
Lord of what? Exactly.
I can leave for the Two Rivers. I've dealt with White Cloaks before.
Where did they take the cloth?
Something tells me you're working
The White Cloak Camp
with
will
the
watch
White
you.
Cloaks.
Do you know these White Cloaks, Perrin Aibara? Because they say they know you.
Word will get to Perrin and he'll come to us.
There are faster ways to get to him.
We're not putting the people of the Two Rivers to the question. We've done nothing wrong.
Perrin Aibara aided a witch and murdered your father in cold blood.
He deserved it. He was a dick.
I've sent to the Lord Captain Commander for reinforcements that'll deal with the Trollocs. If Perrin doesn't show up before then.
I like that guy's shoulder piece, but he's like a psycho. I mean, eventually you gotta realize you're on the wrong side here, pal. Does he only hear screaming? Like, you don't hear the peaceful parts of these people's lives?
What? Oh, lights! I told you I've got nothing to say to
Yeah,
you.
but maybe I have something left to say to you, you little prick. Do you have any idea what I gave up to protect you? Ishamel was going to take away my visions. And I chose you instead.
What, do you want me to say thank you?
You guys, you need a little bit more time.
One painted where they died. One where they were born.
Where's it from?
Tanchico. Maybe that's where Leandrin's from. Where Son was born. Not Zaldea or Tyr.
Okay.
We wasted our
Tanchico.
time with Joy and Amiko. They were both lying.
And I don't know if you wasted your time. Them lying to you caused you to go
What if
visit that
everything
room.
they said was a lie? We should be looking at what they didn't say.
Like the Shantran Soldoms used to control channelers, but older.
Interesting.
And Leandrin's in Tanchico, looking for the matching collar.
Jeez. Did she get hit? He's faking. Don't believe him.
He's great.
Oh, someone threw a knife at him.
Tried to kill me at the White Lion Inn.
I didn't throw him hard enough to kill.
He's got a knife in his chest. She did it.
What in the name of the light happened here?
A grey man attacked us. Why did you come up here, Varen, to die?
These are the Brown Aja quarters. I could ask the same of you.
This is suspicious.
We're going to Tanchico tonight.
Tonight?
I don't care if it's a trap. It's safer than here.
What?
Did you not notice what she didn't mention, Elaine?
No.
She never wondered who stabbed him.
That is suspicious. Is this like fantasy New Orleans?
Your heart to hold.
Leandrin, we're having a wedding.
Who are you?
What's your name, boy?
Jacques Lunault.
Lunault. You still here after all this time? You must be the great-grandson of the man I called husband.
Oh, snap.
Man who never bothered to bring me to an altar. Man who put our wedding bed in the dark, wet cell in the depths of this keep.
Until just before my 13th birthday, he found out there would soon be an addition to our wholesome little family.
Does she have a different accent now?
Another child.
Don't touch her. She's mine.
Brother, don't speak or you'll die. Mm-hmm. Yep. Bro. Honestly, what a gangster.
Don't hold back.
Jesus.
My friend can make all the scary thoughts go away.
She'll lose more than just her memories of today.
That's fine, I guess.
Two things. Remembrance or revenge.
remember a thing.
How much should we take? We really just killed everybody in there. That's crazy.
It's a terrible burden, isn't it?
Oh, it's just a few dresses.
I meant the future.
Do you have visions of the future as well?
You're seer, Min. Yes?
Interesting.
Yes.
She's also the only one in the whole tower with pockets.
I too shoulder that burden. Yes, you see a moment in the future, but what leads up to that moment and what leads out of it? That's where our power lies. I had a foretelling that the Kingdom of Andor would play a key role in the last battle.
So she decided to become an advisor.
The highest of the Red Azra will soon call a vote in the Hall of the Sitters. Perhaps the most important one in Tower history. Swan Santre will lose, and my Red Sisters will restore the Tower to its original mission. Finding and
Interesting.
caging the Draken Reborn.
Is it like a vote of no confidence?
It is many hundreds of years since your tower produced a dreamwalker, Aes Sedai.
Yeah, that's you.
And you think I'm one too?
Well, you walked into her dream.
Soon you'll arrive in Radian. After that, I'll teach you what I can to protect yourself.
Sick nasty. What's up, spooky mommy?
You have to stop bringing me here.
She misses this
Bring you
place.
This time, you brought me.
What do you want with Calendar? What aren't you telling me?
She wants to kill the other Forsaken.
You wouldn't believe me.
To be the only one left.
There's a way. I think I could escape my dark hurts. If the Dark One himself is destroyed.
Is that even possible?
Is a Sa'angreal as strong as Calendor? For women, the Sarkhanen. Think if a man and woman used them together, they could
kill the Dark One.
Interesting.
And what would it mean for you? If the oaths you swore were gone.
She could rule as the spookiest of all mommies.
I shouldn't have said anything.
I think this is part of her plans.
If your Randall Thor is the Karakarn, then he too will go into the fog.
And what happens when he is declared Karakan?
Bro, it's probably hot as balls in there.
I think she's looking at you.
What's up, Shouty?
Looking at you.
Girl, put them titties away. What's that tattoo mean? Is that it's a bird. A heron, maybe?
Who are you?
I'm a Linderer. Of the Trumite sept of the Tadad Aiel.
Aiel do not have tattoos.
You haven't forgotten who you are.
Why do you have the golden crane of Markia on your back?
Yes,
I was
tell
just
us.
a girl when the Blight took Markia. I ran and ran until a wise one found me. She took me as her own daughter. But I would break my spears today and follow you to the Blight and take back our city, our home.
Damn. She's saying step up. Reclaim the homeland.
Fight his war.
I have not forgotten.
That's pretty sick. I'm glad she wasn't trying to seduce him.
If I turn myself in, then the White Cloaks will return the Corthans.
I've known you all your life. So has everyone here. You're no dark friend.
Well, here's something.
So are you, Sembu, and if you don't shut
A
your mouth,
right
I'll tell you
foul
what.
git is what you are.
No. You'll stay right here. The Two Rivers defends its own. Always has. Always will.
Okay. That guy's gonna turn him in. She might too. She's suspicious. She might be a secret White Cloak.
You know, I've never seen someone try to turn themselves in and fail.
You're cute. You guys should kiss.
Chill with them.
Only by chance.
Every single pairing of characters that get within 2 feet of each other.
There's been much talk about you in your absence. Perrin Aybara.
And very little of you. Don't even know your name.
Who are you?
I call myself Mandal.
Yeah, but what's your actual name?
I'm sorry, it's just my friend Lan. It's what he.
What? It means blade in the old tongue. So choose your words carefully.
It's what he calls his horse. It's a good name. Oh, did you choose it for the hunt?
She chose it just to talk to you.
Try again to turn yourself in.
She's cute. There's some chemistry there. You recently buried your dead wife's memory, so we're a single man now.
I'm sorry. I am, and I appreciate what you did. It's just I have had my own kind of trouble lately.
I know.
How do you know?
You told every bloody novice in a tower and half the Aes Sedai.
Okay. Excuse you?
You alright?
Matt.
Min? No, Min, stop. I told you when I met you, I don't want to know what shit is headed my way.
I'm sorry, miss. Is this man bothering you?
I can handle myself, thanks.
Smoke, are you trying to die right now?
You're excellent, aren't you? Sturdy, very protective, very selfless of you. Thank the lights we have you here with us.
It will take 7 women of your choosing to Zaldea to find him.
The highest cannot leave the tower. Not now. She has important work to do.
Like what?
Come now. She waits for you in her study to discuss the plan.
Interesting. Krishnava Sarala, what games are you playing? Is she forcing her out to be the highest one in the tower?
It appears the Red Aja is in need of a new sitter.
And it'll be you. Obviously. This was your plan the whole time.
If there's 10 here or 20 there, then you're just game for Trolloc taken, or for White Cloaks. But if there are hundreds of us, together, then we have a chance. If we stay here, all of us, we have a chance.
Okay, Perrin, leader of the people. Storyline finally getting interesting.
Good to know we'll have at least one man ready when the trees finally launch their attack.
Although with form like that, I'd wager the trees would win.
You guys are dicks.
Matt. Been looking for you. I wanted to say goodbye.
Goodbye. Nynaeve, what are you talking about?
Eileen and I found something. We think we know where Leandrin's gone.
Leandrin? Well, you are not going off to look for her without me. I mean, what am I supposed to do here? The Aes Sedai haven't got a bloody clue how to help me.
You can do push-ups until she returns. You'll be shredded.
I'm coming with you.
No.
I think the lady said she wanted to leave.
Mate, have a day off.
I don't need your help.
Have a day off.
He said step back.
Or what?
You're not going to take two of us with a stick.
Marx says I could. Each. Todavía Andy se tovias again.
He does have all the memories of ancient warriors in his brain. I assume that gives him the ability to fight. Let's go, Matty boy! Oh, that little satisfied smirk from her. She just knocked that dude out cold. Go, pretty boy.
Two marks.
Pay up.
Each.
That was satisfying. Take those dudes. Take those dudes down a few pegs.
Who are they to you, these coffins?
Friends.
Family.
Family.
I wrote this fucking show.
Are they worth dying for? That's what will happen if you go for the White Cloaks. If you try to take them back.
Nobody's getting hurt. I'll make sure of it.
Is that a plan or a hope? You'll need both if you want to lead.
I don't.
You might not have a choice.
Wait.
You're kind of naturally stepping into the role.
What's your real name?
Jessica.
Fail.
Fail.
It means falcon.
Fail, you got a jawline that could cut glass.
Hunting's in my blood.
Something tells me you're a spooky. But I'm willing to see where it takes us. You're too hot to immediately turn against. So I'm willing to let your treachery play out.
Does someone want to tell me where we're actually going?
I didn't even tell my brothers we were leaving because we agreed not to tell anyone.
Well, it's Matt.
We're going to Tanchico.
Sanchico's pretty rough. It's a good thing I'm coming.
Just steals a bunch of
did your
fruit.
brothers mention
He
what to
paid
do
for
with
it.
the
Never mind.
stuff?
You're right, it's a long trip. It's go faster.
Min, are you coming with?
From where you died to where you were born, we walked every step together. Let your soul find its way back to me.
You got some bad memories of this place.
So?
You were right. It's similar to what the Shunchan used to collar women, but older, much older. But my weaves have no effect on it.
Interesting.
It's not created to control a woman.
Created to control a man.
It's used to control a man.
A male Adar.
And somewhere in this city is the matching collar. We're going to collar the Dragon Reborn himself.
Nifty. Is that spooky girl? Don't trust you. Okay, 3 episodes down. The first 3 episodes that premiered this past week, I thought all 3 of them were great. You know, I am really, really enjoying this season so far. And as I'm recording this, episode 4 comes out tomorrow, which is going to be insane. But yeah, this one had a lot of really interesting moments. We start off, like, right away with a meeting of the Forsaken. And we learn that Mr. Gerbil, the guy I didn't trust, is a Forsaken. And he's been using, compulsion on all these people to make them think that he's been part of their lives this whole time. And it was just like a really interesting interaction. And then he has some weird vibe with Moghedien, the weird spider girl. They might be like in love with each other. I don't know. But that was just a fun little interesting thing. And Lanfear's role in those individuals is also very interesting. Like she sees herself as the most powerful among them. And that may be true. I don't know. But they seem to like know what she's doing. They're like, she's playing the same game that she's always been playing. And that's something I'm very interested in, is like, what does she actually want? They talk about that in the inside the episode, is like, what does Lanfear actually want? You know, does she want to be with Rand? Does she want to break her oaths? Does she want to rule the whole world? I don't know. Like, it's very interesting trying to like decipher what her actual desires are, because I do think she loves Rand and wants him, but I also think she has much larger like machinations and is manipulating him quite a bit. Like, I think my theory currently is I don't think she wants to break her oaths. I think she wants to be seen as like the top Forsaken by the Dark Lord, right? She wants to be named whatever. What was the name they said? I forgot what it was, but she wants to be like numero uno, and she wants to kill all the rest of the Forsaken so she can be like the last remaining one. Maybe she wants to kill the Dark One so that, you know, then she can just be at the top and be able to do whatever she wants, like absolute freedom in that way. I am curious what happens if they do kill the Dark One. Like, does she... I assume that allows her to break the oaths. But does she get her power from the Dark One? Like, if he dies, does she lose all her power? Does she suddenly get old and shriveled up like a little old granny? You know, she's been alive for a long time, so who knows? That would be interesting, but yeah, the way she's manipulating Rand is just so curious to watch, because you're like, what is the truth? Right? I don't think, we don't know, I don't think Rand knows, I don't even know if she knows, but she's just so engaging to watch on screen that I freaking love it. But let's talk about each of their storylines. So we'll start with Egwene. Egwene, I feel like she had the least like amount of things happen to her in this episode, but we do get some decent progress, right? So I have it confirmed, I guess, that she's like a dream walker, so she can like go through different dreams in the dream world and maybe manipulate things that way and have agency in that regard. You know, last episode when she ran away from Lanfear and into this other lady's dream, that was interesting. And then that lady confirmed, she's like, you were in my dream and you're a dream walker, I can teach you things. That was pretty cool. I like seeing a path forward for Egwene other than just kind of like being along for the ride and like dealing with her PTSD. Like having a tangible place that she can go story-wise and arc-wise is interesting for her. And then we have Perrin. Perrin's storyline is kind of interesting. He's kind of being thrust forward as like the leader of the two rivers, essentially. Like he doesn't necessarily have the desire for it, which maybe that's a good thing to not have the desire for it, but he is being elevated as like a person that they look to for leadership and guidance, right? They were all gonna go their separate ways, and he's like, hey, no, guys, we need to stick together, we need to fight, because if we all scatter, we're all gonna die, but if we stay together, we have a chance. And he meets this cute girl named, what was her name? Started with an F. Fail. Yeah. It's like Aiel, but with an F on the front. Fail. She's interesting because she's like charismatic and hot, which is, she could be like just an incredibly engaging character. But there's also the element of like basically everyone in the show that is like charismatic and hot is also evil. So I'm keeping my eye on her, but also like if she is evil, go ahead, pop off, queen. Like do your thing. You know, they're the most fun to watch in the show is the evil characters. But she's very interesting, and her and Perrin have a definite connection. And they talked about in the inside the episode how this is like a turning point for him. So like I have a feeling those two are gonna have a pretty substantial storyline going forward. Whether they become lovers or she betrays him or something, I don't know. But they mentioned how like he's consistently like looking down, and he's always like sullen and sad and just not really loving life. And then she strolls in, and for the first time he has to look up, and it's like a brand new outlook on his life. You know, he buried the memory of his dead wife, and he can now move forward as a new man. So that's fun. Nynaeve and Elaine and Matt. Their whole kind of storyline's very interesting. So Nynaeve and Elaine are like detectives trying to figure out where did Leandrin go, get all the info we need to fight evil, yada yada. They're interrogating these people. Each of them tell different stories, and it's like, okay, clearly neither of these people are telling the truth. Ignore both of them. And they do their own investigation, and they find this symbol, this like glyph that originates in a place called Tanchico, I think. And so that's where they're gonna go. It's basically like fantasy New Orleans. And they're gonna go there and try and find Leandrin, because that is where she went. And Nynaeve, and they also find a sketch of this wristband thing, this kind of like bracer gauntlet thing, which can theoretically control male channelers. And they're also trying to find like the neck brace that goes along with it, because that could essentially cage permanently like the Dragon Reborn, or completely control him even. And that's like a win-win for the dark side. But yeah, so they got that going on. Meanwhile, Matt he's trying to talk to Min throughout the episode and like forgive her. She sees a vision of him like hanging from a rafter, potentially dead. Who knows how that's gonna turn out, because last season she had a vision of him like stabbing Rand, and that technically happened, but it didn't happen exactly how she saw it. So we don't know necessarily exactly what her vision could mean in this instance. She had an interesting interaction with Elida, Krishna Visarala, where she's like, you know, visions are going to happen, but how you approach them and how you come out the other side of them is where your real power is. And that's a very interesting way of going about it. But she's also doing all sorts of machinations and manipulating people as well. So it's like, I don't know, she's evil. She probably is, but who knows? One person that almost certainly is evil is Varen, the brown Aja lady. She's so sus. Like, well, it could be a red herring. I don't know. But, like, we were definitely supposed to get a bad vibe from her this episode. Like, she strolls up after that gray man attacks and, you know, is like, oh, like, why are you here? This is my quarter. I'm brown. I'm a brown. Like, of course I can be here. And Nynaeve's like, you notice how she wasn't concerned about this man being stabbed? Because she did it. I think that's true. I think she did stab that guy. And she was definitely given sus vibes. So I think currently she is on my list of people that is evil. But again, it could be like a red herring. And maybe she's... I don't know if she's like pretending... like, maybe she's intentionally acting sus to, like, draw other people out. I don't know. It's very confusing, her role. Because now I'm thinking back to all the things she says, and I'm like, she just has a weird tone of voice when she talks. So she could be evil, or she could be playing people, pretending to be evil. I don't know. Because then you factor in what that one girl said about how they only know the identities of like 2 other individuals in their little group. Who knows if that's even true? She could have been lying because she's part of Black Aja. I don't know. But yeah, she's sus. Don't know how to feel about her. But yeah, back to Matt. He's trying to talk with Min, and Pretty Boy interrupts them, and then later he's trying to talk to Nynaeve, and Pretty Boy interrupts them again. And he's like, I'm coming with you. And they're like, she said she wanted to leave. And then we get probably my favorite scene in the episode where Matt just embarrasses them. Like, thoroughly embarrasses them with a bow staff. Like, they're being pompous pricks the whole first 3 episodes, you know, or the last 2, I guess. They're just being douchebags. Like, high on their horses, you know, these warders can't teach us anything we don't already know, yada yada yada. Like, they're training in front of all the ladies, like showing up, like showing off and doing all these things, and it's like, they're just rich cake eater douchebags. They're so annoying. And they're trying to be like, hey man, leave this girl alone. And Matt is just like, freaking A. Like, do we need to fight right now for you guys to just get off my back? I will bet you 2 marks each that I can beat your ass with a stick. And then he does. He kicks the living crap out of it. Like just effortlessly. And I imagine that it comes down to the memories of all these ancient warriors being in his head, right? I mean, we saw him fight in the battle last season, and we were like, okay, damn, he's pretty good with this. Like, you know, where did this come from? And that makes sense. If, like, he has all these memories of them, even though most of the time it's, like, memories of murder and death and screaming and all that stuff, presumably he would also remember how to use a bow staff, how to use all these weapons. And it's just, like, ingrained in his brain. And so he kicks the crap out of them. And I loved Nynaeve's, like, little smirks as she's watching. Like, she's so satisfied watching him kick their asses. And it was great. It was incredible. And then, yeah, he's going to go with them to Tenchiko. And Min is following them. So I'm very curious what's going to go on with that. And then we just had some interesting moments with, like, Moraine and Lan and just, like, stuff going on there, like with the Aiel. Like, Lan meets with this lady who I guess was like born in Malkier. Like, she is part of his nation, and she's like telling him straight up, like, I will follow you or be your queen, or whatever she's saying. Like, let's take back our land. Like, I will follow you, my king. And it's like, ooh, like, what is he gonna do? Like, is he gonna do that? Is he gonna be the king and follow his father's mission? I'm very curious. I want to know what's gonna happen. But then some of the craziest stuff happened with Leandrin. Essentially, revisiting, you know, New Orleans, you know, fantasy New Orleans, and she rips a dude's heart out, and they kill all those people there, and they take this girl's memories, and that's like now their base of operations. And Mogadeen is there, and then she just kind of like wanders away and whispers, and then the episode ends. And it's like, it's so interesting. Leandrine is such an interesting character. Like, I hate her, but like, she has a lot of moments here and there, like different moments here and there, where you kind of feel bad for her. Like, you just, her life has sucked. If I'm being real, like, she's evil for sure, but her life has sucked. Like, she's essentially a child bride who was kept in a cellar for years until she had a child, and, you know, went through hell there, and eventually, you know, like, just dealt with all this crap, and then had to, like, outlive her kid, and it's just like everything about her life just has been sad and sucked. Like, it makes sense that she would turn evil. Granted, like, we obviously shouldn't like her because she's evil, but like, you can't help but feel a little bit bad for her. But yeah, otherwise, these first 3 episodes are really solid. I actually really enjoyed them, and I'm very much looking forward to where episode 4 takes us. Episode 4 is apparently really good. Episode 4 and episode 7, I think, the reviews have said, are like the best episodes of the season. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think that's all I have to say about these ones, though. Definitely let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Definitely curious to see how you guys feel about these 3 episodes. If you're book readers, you know, leave your thoughts, obviously, without spoiling anything. If you're non-book readers, how are you enjoying it? I'm very curious to hear, you know, both sides of it. But yeah, so thank you for watching. Again, if you liked my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon or joining YouTube memberships. You just sync up your own copy of the show and you can watch along with me. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.